Greetings. This is Dr. Carlson, and this is our walkthrough for round 7 of Mimic Pro. You know the drill in terms of always making sure that you've read through the scenario, the inbox memo from your director of marketing, as well as any other notifications and information provided about your prior experiences and results. Now, in this round, we're going to focus on the subject of shopping ads. And as a simulation, I strongly urge you before starting this simulation to have completed the Google video instruction on shopping ads available in this module of our course. Let's start our walkthrough with the very first thing to do with any of these campaigns is to actually organize and set up the campaign. Now there is one already set up in this round. It is a shopping ad for the American Dream product line. You'll notice that it currently has a budget of $4,350 allocated to it. This is the total amount of budget allocated for shopping ads in this round. Now we could split this up and have multiple campaigns. I'm going to walk you through one just simply to get the steps identified. So in doing this particular campaign, let's take a look at what's in this. We indicate as a shopping ad that this campaign goal is for sales. Go back and read your memo. It is about reaching a certain level of conversion, and that implies sales. Our campaign name is American Dream Product Line. We have a daily budget of $145 a day, and I've set a default CPC at 80 cents just simply to have a minimum floor. Now, we'll probably be paying more in some instances, but we just needed to have a something to be there in case we had overlooked a bidding strategy that needed to be covered. So let's save this. This gets our campaign identified. And as you're well aware, we always have to put together an ad group for this particular campaign. So let's take a look at our ad group. And we're calling it the American Dream Product 1, just simply to illustrate this as something different from other items. And again, I've put the default CPC, cost per click, minimum floor. Let's create a separate, another product group, just for fun here. Let's call this one American, let's call this one Buoy. Supply 1, and we'll set our minimum at 0.80, and let's look at our product grouping. Let's take a look at it from the standpoint of product lines. Now we also have done this as American Dream, but let's see what else they have. We have the Legacy line that's pretty popular and has done well in previous work. If you go back and take a look at the history of the company and the data associated with it, you see some pretty good results. So let's create this product group of Legacy. Now we can set up some negative keywords here, and let's look for words of American. And we see American Dream is clearly here, and we don't want to block that out, but maybe we want to look for native. Let's go back to our word here. Let's say we're searching. We're going to block out Native American. We're going to block out Little Americana, and we're going to block out American Girl. Now that just simply illustrates some things. If they've keyed those specific terms in, we don't want to pay for click when in fact They're looking for something distinctly different than what we are offering. And that's what the negative word does for us. So let's continue. In our review, we can go back through and make modifications to things that we've done before, such as our search ads, our display ads, and here's our product groups. Note what we have here for our product group, and let's take a look at what happens on the Bowie Supply Legacy. Let's see if we've selected some negative keywords, and there's our negative keywords showing. Let's take a look and see if we need to do the same thing for our American Dream product line. And they also remain the same. They are actually selected at an ad group level and applied to our various product groups. So let's continue. Now we have our negative keywords illustrated here, and that gives us the last step here. But before we completely leave this and run the simulation, let's take a look back up at the Merchant Product Center and what we're seeing. This is all of the products that we can feed into this stream for shopping ads. And we're specifically picking up the legacy products as well as the American Dream products. And here we see the complete lineup of all products offered by Bowie Supply. So here we are, our campaigns. One more pass through our ad groups, our keywords in place, our search ads, our display ads. We can make changes, by the way, on any one of these, our product groups, and any negative keywords. So this is all a verification step before we run our simulation. So now let's run the simulation for round 7. Notice I still have a $9 balance remaining in my budget, and I'm not going to worry about it. I'll run the simulation. Now our simulation results are being presented for round 7, the introduction to shopping ads. And our review starts with an overview of the entire program, if you will. Our budget for search, for display, and for shopping ads was a total of $14,850. And our goal was to obtain a 1.6 conversion rate between interest and retargeting display campaigns, a 1.64 conversion rate through the shopping campaign, and to reach $20,000 in total revenue across all campaigns. Well, let's take a look at what we got here. Overall, we have reached a revenue of $38,490. So we've fully met our goal. Now we'll look more carefully at each one of these. Let's take a look at the search ads and our revenue generated out of there. All of them end up with good bid quality, ad relevance, and page relevance. So we continue to be on a positive path there. For our display ads, we have a return on ad spend at 1.85, 1.89, 1.92. So across these, we're well above the 1.64 conversion rate. So let's take a look at what we're getting out of our results. We're seeing our total budget allocated $5,400, and we've generated $10,400, almost a 2-to-1 ratio here. And our display ad quality indicators are again positive. Now let's turn to the real meat for round 7. It is our shopping ads. We had 4,300. $4,350 allocated. We spent all but a few pennies of it, and we generated $16,000 in revenue. Here we're almost a 4-to-1 relationship. That is great news. Now, it didn't take much. We got out of our ad revenues, we had 4,207 impressions, 76 clicks, 5 conversions, and $450 in revenue out of one of the ads. And we can scroll through the rest of them. But we're seeing good bid quality and ad relevance and ad strength. So overall, we have met our objectives for round 7.